Hey everybody, welcome back to Shock and Sherlock. I'm your host, Ursula Gillis, and today we'll be talking about the 1997 German splatter classic Premutos. And I, of course, am out of town again, it looks like. So the background's a little bit different, and I'm holding my phone in my hand this time instead of having a spot to place it down. So if it's a little bit shaky, I'm sorry. I'm going to be back tomorrow with a more standard video. So Premutos is, of course, well known in the horror community, I would say. Unearthed Films just released it recently on Blu-ray. I didn't watch it on Blu-ray. I watched it on Tubi TV. But I did watch the extended cut, and the film is from Olaf Ittenbach. It follows a man who lives in Germany with his father, and then they have a group of friends come over, and he's sort of like this military, ex-military guy who's very interested in weapons and everything, and he's digging up a hole in his yard to plant a tree, and he finds a book and some goo, and he brings it inside, and then chaos ensues when his son gets to it, and yeah. The flashbacks that he has, flashbacks start occurring to more like ancient times through World War II, and he was involved in them somehow, the son. And during all of these, there's always like talk of this demon or fallen angel Premutos, and he, you know, is defeated by humans every time. But before he does that, before the humans kill him and defeat him again, he raises an army of the living dead. That's pretty much where the film takes you. The sun, it goes where you'd expect it to, and there's a whole lot of gore and zombies, and yeah. This film's pretty crazy. There's like 130 plus kills in this movie, and being a German splatter movie, there is a ton of gore. I would say a huge majority of the budget of this film went to the gore. It looks fantastic. All practical effects, and that's always fun. The storyline in this is pretty simple, but it serves its purpose. And the characters definitely add some spice to it because, surprisingly, this film was really funny, and not unintentionally so. It was definitely like sort of a film that reminded me of something like Peter Jackson's Dead Alive. The characters are all fairly well written, really funny. So even when the gore and everything is happening, there's always like jokes around there, and it keeps it from being too serious. Yeah, it was just a really fun time like that. The music is fine. The pacing, I would say, also is a little off. There's a lot of stuff happening in the beginning, and there's a fairly long period with like just a dinner party, which is funny. And there are some funny times, but you're always kind of waiting for that, like the Premutos part, like the film is called that. And it does come eventually in like the last 30 to 40 minutes, and it does get really insane during that, but you do have to wait a little bit of time. Still, it was really enjoyable. Thought it was really funny. The gore is really well done, and if you like something like Dead Alive, you're definitely gonna like this because the mix of like a splatter horror film and a comedy surprisingly works well in that and this. A lot of people said this one's actually more gory than something like Dead Alive. I wouldn't say so, but it's definitely up there. Super gory, and some of the kills and everything like involving the zombies are actually pretty creative. There's one involving like a fire, or not fire, a oxygen hose, or an air compressor. That's what I mean. Using it to blow up a zombie. There's a lot of head explosions. There's a tank. There's grenades. I mean, it gets wild in this little German town. And there are several actually laugh out loud funny parts in this as well. So, highly recommended. I know this was a short video for today. But yeah, if you haven't seen Premutos yet, definitely check it out. It's on Tubi TV for free. The Unearthed Films Blu-ray, I'm assuming is great. I'm planning on ordering it myself soon. If you haven't seen this, definitely watch it. Super funny. The music's pretty good in it. That's not like a high point, but high points in this: funny acting, good writing, and fantastic gore. The pacing may be a little off on occasion, but overall it keeps through that path. It's always entertaining, never feels over long. And if you watch the non-extended cut, I'm sure some of that's fixed. but it may also be lacking some of the heart and soul that make it so special. Um, that's it for today. I'm going to be reviewing Olaf's Inbox other film, The Burning Moon, either, well, one of his other films, he's made several, but The Burning Moon either tomorrow or the day after on Halloween. Um, so keep an eye out for that. He definitely does his films well. So, The Burning Moon, maybe his more well known of these, but this is a really fun time. And you have no excuse not to watch it, especially considering it's on Tubi TV. So, check it out. As always, I'm your host, Herschel Gillis, signing off for today. Zero thoughts, zero editing, zero brain cells, and zero planning, of course. Especially with no stand or anything to put this on. That one reigns very true today. So thanks for watching to the end of the video. If you get here, make sure to keep your notifications on and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.